You should be the one clicking on hide the banners that I'm in there. Yeah. Do it. Hi, sweet friends. Welcome to Watercolor Happy Hour. I'm Volta, the artist behind Color Snack, and this is my husband, my husband Dan, who is the mixologist for the show. Today, I'm really excited. We're going to be doing another Dan original cocktail. So this is his own creation, inspired by us finding a fun mold at Michael's and me wanting to use it in a cocktail, basically.
Inspiration comes from odd sources. In this case, it was, oh wow, we need an excuse to buy this Valentine's Day mold that was 75% off at Michael's.
Yeah.
So let's invent a cocktail around it.
Exactly.
By the way, we should probably get it out. It's still in the freezer.
Is that come out?
It's not going to melt. We're going to make this fairly quickly.
All right.
And you also want to let ice kind of temper a bit so that it doesn't all crack and explode.
All right.
Slowly brings up. It's called tempering ice. It's a thing. Look it up. But yeah, we got this cool mold, and we filled it up with so you could totally do this with like fruit juice and like cherry juice or strawberry juice or something along those lines. There's the close up of it. But it's supposed to be an instrumental station.
Hey, Hobo, play instrumental jazz.
But we just filled it up with some water with red food coloring and some glitter. So it looks really cool and pretty, but there's no extra flavoring going on in there. It's very nice.
Okay.
Production values, very high. Sparing no expense. Just for you, audience.
Also wanted to give a special shout out to Lila Smith. She was the one that came up with a name for this cocktail called Conversation Heart.
Yes.
And those are the little candies. I completely forgot about them. That's a thing people eat for Valentine's Day.
That's what those candies are called?
Yeah, Conversation Hearts.
Conversation Hearts.
Yeah. But our cocktail is Conversation Heart. Just one.
Take that, copyright attorneys.
Yeah.
Got them.
Actually, that company that was making the candies, they went bankrupt in 2019, and I want to say they ceased all operations. But then I think other candy companies are doing the hearts.
I was going to say, who buys those things? I mean, they always appear.
Yeah.
Like, you always see them every Valentine's Day, yet nobody likes them.
Mm-hmm.
I've never met. Somebody comment if you actually like those chalky hearts, because I can't think of a single person. I'm an outlier in that I like candy corn.
Yeah.
I love candy corn.
Yeah, that stuff's gross. I mean, no offense if you like candy.
No
corn.
offense. But you're wrong, objectively. Objectively. But this Valentine's stars, there's not even flavor. It just tastes like dried chalk.
I want to say I've never actually tasted one, but I believe you that they look like chalk. Oh, hi Yolanda. Hi Patricia. Hi Ross. Hello, friends. Welcome. Thank you for joining us.
I love that Ross wants everyone to know that he was first. He was. But all right. So, and this cocktail, so there's a little bit of extra layers of inspiration here too. Because it's Valentine's Day, wanted to use some of Volta's favorite liqueurs.
Mm-hmm.
Liquor 43 was one that I believe you were introduced in Argentina.
Yes.
Yeah, so Volta discovered this and she introduced it to me early on in our relationship. So we've had a nice story of 43. Cointreau is just delicious. In 1921, we discovered on our honeymoon. We've talked about it in a much earlier episode.
Yeah.
But yeah, when we were on our honeymoon, we did a tasting with 1921. Found this, and
so good.
Oh, it's so.
And now
so
you can
good.
get it in the States, which is awesome.
Yeah, at the time it was only available in Mexico. You can only get it through import, but then they got their import license approved, and you can get 1921 tequila and 1921 tequila cream.
And it comes in this beautiful bottle that
is
is pink. There's another version that's turquoise, equally as gorgeous. So it was a very hard pick between the two, but we went with pink.
Who doesn't go with pink? Right, and
Pat said he loves those hard candies.
Of course you do, Pat.
And,
Pat, are you the one that's buying them all?
yeah. No, Ross said they collect all the extra each year and resell them. New ones haven't been produced since 1978. That's probably what
That's
happened.
exactly what happens. Well, I don't know. Pat's eating them all.
Yeah.
Yeah, and then as another level of inspiration, this is so the first cocktail I ever had was when I was like 12 or 13, I don't know, and I was very young, and but I was on a cruise ship, so it was international waters. So I was a kid on a cruise ship, and they bring out this little tray of cocktails, and it has these little they're little daiquiri glasses, and they fill it up with just a cordial. It's a cocktail. It's an after dinner drink full of like amaretto and Cointreau and whiskey cream or any of those things. It's just very rich and unctuous.
Perfect combo for a child.
It was delicious. Well, I don't know. I tried it and it just lit something in my brain on fire.
Yeah.
I said, well, this is going to be something I want for the rest of my life. And so this is what that cocktail is reminiscent of to me.
Well, it's very sweet and delicious. So.
Yes. Well, let's go ahead and start making it.
So
now
do you first grab the heart, or?
I'm doing that just because I'm going to be pouring over it. So we're going to go with cutie pie. Cutie pie.
Cutie pie.
And we just drop it in, and it fits nicely in the glass. It fits in that kind of angle look.
Yeah.
And use food coloring in it. It's going to try to stain everything, so I'm going to do my best not to.
Oh yeah. So would you recommend freezing some red juice?
Yeah, I think red juice would work much better as
But
I would do cherry juice.
With the colors, with the taste of the cocktail.
Well, that's why you have to do something that pairs.
Oh, I see.
So cherry juice would pair with this. Strawberry juice would pair with this. I can't think of anything red that wouldn't. Yeah. Maybe pomegranate. Don't do pomegranate. It'd be too tart. But what we're going to do now is just make our cocktail.
Pat said vintage candy is the best.
I like my candy aged.
Yeah. And Yolanda loved your comment, lit my little brain on fire. Hi Tiffany, thank you for joining us.
We all know. We've been there when we first tried that little sip of booze when we were a kid, like, ooh, this is forbidden fruit. I love it. But this cocktail, as with most of these type of cordial things, they're very easy to make. Equal parts of whatever type of sweet liqueur you want. As long as you've got a part of a cream liqueur and a part of Cointreau, like an orange liqueur, you can kind of build off of that base however you want. We're using 1940. We're using the 43 Cointreau y Trace as a substitute for syrup, so it doesn't get overly sweet. It's still very sweet, but 1921 and Cointreau
it's well balanced.
Sort of the base that we're building it off of.
Well, we need to do a 43 carajillo. Carajillo with coffee.
Oh yes. But yeah, I'm just taking equal parts of each of those, and then just to give it a little bit of complexity to kind of cut through all that sweetness and creaminess, using some Fee Brothers Aztec bitters. These taste like a Mexican hot chocolate. So it's kind of an herbaceous but still chocolate, like dark chocolate flavor. It doesn't add too much, but it definitely adds a little bit of subtlety. Helps keep things from going out of control. Helps keep things interesting. All right, so now we're just going to pour that in. Give it a light shake. Yeah. I just want to cool it off.
Yeah.
So I'm not trying to water it down too much because we're going to be pouring it over ice anyway.
Oh, you should have used this one. Too sweet.
Too sweet, yes.
Instead of cutie pie.
You can read them ahead of time, right? They're on the other side.
Yeah, you can.
Oh, too sweet. XOXO. Well, but I'm a cutie pie.
Yeah, but these are our sweet friends. Ooh, look at that. It looks really cool.
Yeah.
So the red dye is definitely coming through.
Yes. Adds to the effect.
Yeah.
Look at that.
It's like a watercolor already happening.
I'll just prop this guy up. There we go.
Yeah.
Nice. Flip it around the other way, and boom. There you go. And see all the glitter on it?
Yes.
Looks so pretty.
Edible glitter is awesome. All right, I must try this. Oh my gosh, the color, it's so pink. Ooh, that's so good. It tastes like a slice of cake or something.
I couldn't imagine it tasting bad.
It's delicious. Very,
wow.
Very sweet forward.
Yes, very, very sugar forward.
Yeah.
Just the type of thing that you would want to give to a 13-year-old child.
Yeah.
They would love it.
Don't do that.
That's not actually what I'm recommending. That's a joke. If you're just joining us, I made a comment from earlier where I was 13 and had something like this, which was wildly inappropriate. Not from me, but from the person.
For the person that served you at the cruise ship.
Yes.
All right, so time to paint.
International waters. They just did it.
They just did it, I guess.
Was that 2016 was an excellent year.
I wonder why. Pat, please explain.
He was talking about the heart candy. For the heart candy.
But why 2016?
Oh, it's just the vintage.
Oh, I see. He's just referencing.
Yes, that was a good callback.
Oh, I see.
The vintage heart candy. Vantage.
All right. So let me adjust this just a little bit.
Here, have your heart candy cocktail.
Oh, thank you. Can you move the microphone closer?
Yes, I will be your tech support. Yolanda says it's better than aged chocolate. Delphine says that it reminds me of strawberry milk.
Oh, yes.
And it does kind of... there's no strawberry in it, but it totally does taste like it in a weird way.
Does that look okay? It's not too bright?
No, it looks good.
Okay. All right, time to paint this. So I kind of sketched this out just a little bit differently, just so that we could see the whole heart, and it's going to be more fun to paint it. Trust me, I promise. All right, so we'll get started. I'm going to sketch this out on this page here. All right, so we're going to start with the two parallel lines. Oh, I wonder why it's the camera is jumping a lot. It's trying to autofocus.
Oh, what is it doing?
Yeah. That's
okay,
weird.
That's strange.
Yeah.
Is that the Google camera, you think?
I don't know. All right, sorry guys. Bit of a technical difficulty. Can we use your camera?
Yeah.
Your phone? All right, apologies. I don't know why it's doing this.
Your phone. You focus. It might be because I have it on desktop.
Oh, maybe. All right. Wait. What? You can see me. Hi. This is my setup. I'm why am I on the camera instead of my... Just remove... add me to the stream. Add yourself back to the stream.
Yeah, adding myself back to the stream. We're removing this, and then how do I switch?
Just drag the one towards the
other.
other.
Drag. Okay.
Yeah.
There we go.
Yeah. All right. Sorry, guys. Okay. So the first step is kind of doing the glass, and that's just two parallel lines. And then connecting them, but with a curved line at the bottom, just slightly curved. And then there's going to be another one right on top of it. And then here at the top, I will also add a slightly curved line to connect these lines. And then we'll just sketch out the heart And that's just going to be, kind of in the middle. You're going to have like 2 curved lines. So as long as it like resembles a heart shape, doesn't have to be perfect. I'm basically pretending that I'm using a slightly smaller glass so that this heart is the ice cube, or the ice heart is actually to kind of a little bit larger than the glass. And then another cool thing that we could do here to give the heart a little bit more like a 3D look is add just like 2 little extra lines. So one is going to be right on top here, and then the other one just kind of off. So essentially, like we want to show that there's like a little bit of an edge to it. And let's see, I'm gonna erase the extra line here. So and as you can see here in the example, I painted the heart, so it's mostly like a darker value of the red, and then at the top I lifted up some color so that you can see that it's like catching, some of the light source, or like a little bit of the ice is showing through. So it's okay if, like, I would recommend that you don't like strive for this red to be uniform, because you want it to kind of be patchy, because that's how like an ice shape would essentially look.
Volta, Pat is letting you know that camera is as jittery as my heart after 2 of these sugar bomb glitter drinks.
Oh my god! No! Look at it!
So glitter. And Yolanda says both international waters make all the difference. That's really true. So it's totally cool.
Yeah.
And apparently the aged candy, Yolanda says that it's better than aged chocolate.
Ah.
But now that I think about it, I feel like aged chocolate has to be a thing that may taste disgusting, but people would probably be fooled into buying it thinking that it's delicious.
Yeah, I don't know about that.
You can age anything and charge more for it, and somebody's gonna think that it's lux. I hate that word.
Yeah. So anyway, back to the drawing.
I digress. Let's talk about Volta's thing.
Yeah. You can write whatever. I mean, I would, if you want to switch out the word, feel free. If you're following along, it doesn't have to say love on here. Just the fewer the letters, like the easiest it will be to paint. So yeah, that's essentially my motivation. And I'm just going to mix in a couple of my reds here in the palette. Let's see.
This cocktail was way too easy to make. I don't know what to do with myself now.
Yeah.
Normally I'm like cleaning up things in the background.
So for the heart, I'm going to start by just painting with water first. And I'm going to try to kind of paint around the letters so that they kind of stand out. So they don't take on the color. And also, I will leave like a little bit of a space so that you can see the line of the glass. And that will help with, showing it that this shape is inside of the glass. So it's like an ice cube. I guess not ice cube, ice heart. And now we're just dropping in some colors here. So you'll notice, because we added a little bit of water first, the colors are spreading out really nicely. And we can just kind of go around the letters. So I would definitely recommend using a kind of a pointier brush for this, because it'll be easier to get into those like little tight spots in between the letters. And this is a medium-sized watercolor paintbrush that I'm using. Water brush pen, sorry. Yeah. Dan's least favorite, apparently, art supply.
I have opinions.
Yes. So as you're painting this, you can, keep dropping more of the red, and because this layer is still wet at the moment, it will kind of help the pigment spread out throughout the shape. And then right here at the top, so I am cleaning off my brush, and then I'm just going to kind of just use a little bit of the paint from the heart. So I'm essentially like painting with the brush that's a little damp, and that's helping me pull some of the color into this extra space to just show the edge of the heart. All right. There we go. And you could also, clean off the brush and lift off like a few little highlights here on, since, the light source is coming from this direction, you could also include just a little bit of a highlight to give it even more dimension. All right, and then for the glass, so I think typically you'd think, oh, well, a glass is kind of like has grays and blues in it if you look at a picture of a glass. But I like to mix it up and add maybe a little bit of opera pink, so a little bit of pink, maybe purple, a little bit of a lighter blue. And that just kind of gives it an interesting effect. So it's not just one kind of boring color like a gray, but it's got different colors to it, which can make a simple sketch like this a little bit more interesting. So here I am mixing. Can you turn it down just a little bit? Okay. Hey Google, volume down. Okay.
Delphine says, "Ooh, the highlights look
thank
especially
you.
good."
Thank you, Delphine. So here I'm just mixing a little bit of pink, a little bit of blue kind of together, and then just gonna outline the glass. And then we can add like a little bit of like just a few extra brush strokes to show like the actual glass part of this. And you could also like experiment. I actually do have a little bit already some gray in here, so I can add that in. But essentially I just wanted to show you there's a different way of painting glass. It doesn't just have to be one singular color, but you can just mix it up with like some grays, blues, purples, and even pinks in some cases. And then, of course, if you have like a harsh line that you're trying to get rid of, you can always kind of smooth it out with your brush. Oh, and I guess I forgot the main part, which is like the beverage. So for this, it's going to be a very light, because, I don't know, I guess I'll make it pink, because it did turn out to be very, very pink, which is even better for the sake of this.
I like it. Based on Delphine's comment, I feel like you could freeze strawberry puree.
Oh, that's a great idea. Oh, we should make that and call it Delphine or something.
Sun didn't shake.
Yeah, if you guys have ever any like suggestions for what cocktails you'd like us to make on the show, please like reach out and let us know, because we would love to hear. We always like brainstorm and try to like think of what would be fun. I guess the only rule, like I don't mean to sound picky, but the only rule is that it must look pretty. Like it can't be like a clear cocktail, like it can't be like a tequila shot because that's like not fun to paint.
You guys, please tag me on Instagram with your ideas for the ugliest possible drink that I can make.
Yeah. No, we're not doing ugly drinks.
I want ugly drinks. And then Volta will paint it.
Absolutely not. Alright, so I'm just like adding a little bit my magenta or opera pink. And for this side of the glass, I am going to keep it like lighter too so that it matches the rest of the highlights. So I got a few highlights on the heart, on this side of the glass, and also on the drink itself. Maybe add just a little bit of line here. And you can always kind of go over and reinforce certain lines if they seem to spread out because of the water. But otherwise, like, it's supposed to be a fun and quick sketch, so don't stress over the details. Like, you're just painting an impression of this drink. It's not exactly like we're not doing realistic paintings here. Let's see, and the last thing we can do is add a cast shadow. So that's just gonna go right underneath the drink here and off to the side. And then of course we're gonna soften the edges so that it looks more like a natural shadow. I might darken it a little bit more. So because I use like a lot of different colors for the the glass, it adds a really nice contrast between this gray color for the shadow and the colors on the glass, so it like really pops off the page, which could absolutely be a conversation starter, right? Right. All right.
Okay.
So there you have it, your conversation heart.
Yes. And
What?
Vitaly Voloshin. I wonder who that could be.
I don't know who that could be. Hi, Dad. What?
I do want to know what Anthony's bomb pop recipe is. I'm going to steal that. Pat was talking again.
Oh, yes.
We hung out.
Well, thank you so much, everyone, for joining us. Let's see. Thank you, Gerald, Pat. Thanks, Dad and Mom, and your mom, Patricia.
Yes.
Thank you,
Everyone that's on here.
Delphine, Yolanda.
All the sweet friend.
Let's see, Tiffany. I just want to make sure I give everyone a shout out. We so appreciate you guys joining our show. And again, if you have any ideas or recommendations of what we could make, we're always open for that. But they must be pretty. Caveat.
Yeah. Any recommendations on what type of pizza I should make tonight too?
Yes, if you have any pizza recommendations.
See, I really want
It is National Pizza Day after all, which this is not a pizza show, but
I feel like I want to do a buffalo chicken pizza, but I feel like garam masala could work with buffalo sauce, and I want to make that work.
I don't know.
It's basically,
Delphine said pineapple. Oh my God, how dare you?
we have pineapple.
No, I threw it away.
Throw it away!
It was bad. It was a bad pineapple.
Delphine and I are pineapple bros.
Yes.
Pizza.
Oh, what happened to you? I think your phone died, but it's cool.
Okay.
It's cool.
Yeah,
All right,
probably overheated.
Thank you so much, everyone, and we'll see you next week, same time, same place. And hope you have a great rest of your week.
Bye, guys.
Bye.
Oh, pineapple partners. That would have been a better word.
No.
Pineapple people?
No.
Pineapple pizza people.
No.
Yes.
No.
Better.
Oh my gosh, no.